Okay, so create an equation in slope-intercept form. So we did the first step, and we found what our slope is. Now, what is our b?
It's 04.
Remember, yeah, exactly. We're working with the y equals mx plus b formula, and then we're working with the change of y over the change of x to get the slope. Okay, so we plugged in 1 for x next to x and plus, and Labna noted that the ordered pair was 0, 4, so we have our y-intercept already. Okay, so some of these we may have to figure out what the y-intercept is if it doesn't give us a 0 in the x. Does that make sense? Okay, so there's our equation. We could have just written it as y equals m plus 4, right? We know that there's a y in front of that. I mean a 1 in front of that. All right, so let's do the same thing. Change of y over the change of x. y2 minus y1, x2 minus x1. Before we get started on finding the slope, why don't you guys tell me what the b is? Thank you, -2. All right, so Ramiro then, since you're a little chatty this morning, what is the, set me up here. What's the change in y? -2 minus -6. -2 minus 1 over minus -6. So make sure we note that when you are subtracting a negative, it turns into what? Perfect. So that gives us 6 on the bottom, -3 on top. What is our common denominator? Well, 6 is the common Thank you, 3. Not 2. It's going to go down to 2 like you're thinking. So you're not off there. This goes down to -1/2 for our slope. All right. Okay, now we have all the things we need to create our equation. Y equals, anybody?
1/2.
-1/2.
Plus.
X plus, or minus in this case. Minus what? Yeah, for the -2, -2. So y equals -1/2 x minus 2. Okay, I think you guys are going to be pretty good at this. Let's call on somebody else. How about Savannah? Let's come up to the plate here. What's our y2 minus y1? -6, and we're subtracting -1. Right, y2 minus y1. And then the bottom, 5 minus 0. Okay, so -6 minus -1 turns to positive, making it -5 over 5. So our slope is -1. Okay. And take a look at the first ordered pair, 0, -1. So what's our b?
-1.
Thank you. So what's our equation?
Y is 1x minus 1.
Good morning, Mr. Ritchie speaking.
That's my math. I did a math. You said it.
November 1st and 3rd, and it's going to be at 6 p.m. now on the football field. He needs to for sure come to the first one. So I can... Okay, tell me the name later on if you can. Text it to me or email me. All right, thank you. Bye. Okay. All right, that was Miss Furlan. She's in a meeting.
Oh, that makes sense. Like, you want to skip us, right?
Yeah, she's fine, everyone. All right, so let's keep working through these problems here. We're going to get down to the bottom, and it'll be set up a little bit differently, where we're going to have to do the equation like I was saying. Labna, be nice to Jeremy.
Tired.
Okay, I'm glad we're all having fun on Friday. Let's keep it going. All right, so 9 minus 7 over 4 minus 3.
Okay, what's next? It's answers two.
Over 1.
It's 2 over 1.
Yeah.
Thank you, which I can just write as 2.
Yeah.
So my slope here is 2. Hey, check it out. We do not have an ordered pair with a 0 in the x.
Yeah.
So what do we do?
Oh, I know.
You guys remember from yesterday?
No.
If you take a look back,
Oh, we plugged the thingy.
You don't know.
The x, y, something like that.
yeah, we plug in the ordered pair and we solve for it.
I don't remember. I looked at it.
Keep sharing. Just tell Labna to be quiet and you can share too. All right. Let's go here, folks. All right, so remember, we're using y equals mx plus b, and now we know our slope. So let's do the first ordered pair where we have our y is 7 equals 2 times 3 plus b. Okay, so what? You guys good? What's up, Nico? So, Aiden, tell me, what is 2 times 3? 6. So I have 7 equals 6 plus b. What do I need to do next, dude? How do I get that 6 to the left side? How do I do it? By subtracting it, right? So we're going to subtract 6 to both sides, giving us a b of 7 minus 6, which is what?
1.
Thank you. Okay, now let's write our equation.
I get it. What? Now, what's on
What?
I'm so good, like, I think you.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, everybody got this now?
Yes.
Anybody else need more time to take down the notes? So our y equals 2x plus 1. Got that, Jeremy?
No, I'm good. No. No.
Jeremy.
I've got this. I've done it before.
All right, let's move on, guys. We got a lot of problems to get through. All right, so how about Hector? Let's set up for the change of y over the change of x. Minus what? Over? What's the x? Hector.
-2 and
minus 4. Okay. So that gives us 6 over negative 6, which is what?
It's 1.
Positive or negative? Okay, make sure you follow those signs. All right. So now, again, we have to take one of these ordered pairs. Since we only have a 0 in the a 0 in the y for the x-intercept, we need to find the y-intercept.
Let's use the 4. 4.
Let's use the 4 and zeros. That seems the easiest to me. 0 equals negative 1 times 4 plus b. So we are using the ordered pair 4, 0 to plug in using our slope intercept formula. Okay, since we have the slope, we have one of the elements to help us solve it, right? Yes, so it's going to be 0 equals negative 4 plus b. And who can tell me what we need to do next? Chris. Yeah, but it's negative 4, so instead of subtracting, what do? Add 4. Perfect. So that gives us a b of 4. Okay. So we're taking it up another level today from yesterday and the few days before, right?
That's fun. Math.
So let's get our final answer. You were very close. Our slope is negative 1, so we can just put negative x plus 4.
Why negative x like that?
Because our slope is negative 1. So instead of putting a 1 in front of the x, we know that anytime it's just x, its value is 1. Okay, so that's why we have the negative x there. All right, on to problem 6. So we have the ordered pairs of negative 2, negative 3, and negative 4 and 1. So, who would like to take a turn this time? Ramiro.
Really? That's where his arrow goes.
Okay, go ahead, sir.
1
Minus?
minus the negative 3,
Over?
negative 4, equally to negative 2.
Okay, so we have a lot of conversions to addition, both in the top and bottom. So 1 minus negative 3, or 1 plus 3 is what?
1 minus 3 is 4.
And then negative 4 minus negative 2, or negative 4 plus 2,
That's negative 6.
that's negative 2. Remember, negative 4. If you need to think about it in a visual, right, put 4 negatives with 2 positives underneath, and you are canceling those both out, and that leaves us just 2 negatives. Okay? So our slope is, what is the common denominator of 4 divided by negative 2? 2. So what can that reduce down to? What is 4 divided by negative 2? Positive or negative? Negative. Right? Feel free to put that in your calculator. Just make sure you are putting in the negative 2 when you are entering that. Okay? So now we have our m, or our slope, and we can take one of these two pairs and solve using the slope-intercept formula. So who wants to help me with that? Let's put it into the equation. I'm thinking the negative 2 comma negative 3. How about Sergio? I'll help you through it, but let's do it together, all right? So now that you have your negative 2, we know we have y equals negative 2x plus b. Again, we are solving for b, Sergio. All right, I'm going to slow down for Jeremy. But what we are going to do, Sergio, is we're going to plug in the negative 3 for the y here. And then we're going to plug in negative 2 up there for the x. Okay? And then that's going to help us to then solve in probably 1 or 2 steps for b. All right, so let's write it out, Sergio, and then you can help me. So we have negative 3 equals negative 2 times negative 2 plus b. So, Sergio, can you tell me what negative 2 times negative 2 is?
4.
Say it. 4? Okay. So we know negative 3 equals 4 plus b. Okay. As we were talking about with Chris just a couple minutes ago, we need to move that positive 4 to the left side to solve for b. So how do we do that? What's the opposite of addition?
Subtraction.
Yeah, so let's subtract what, Sergio? Yeah, okay, so we're going to do that to both sides to cancel out on the right, move it over to the left, and that gives us negative 3 minus 4. So negative 3 and then negative 4 more is negative 7 for RB. Okay, so now, anybody want to tell me our final? Y equals what? Negative 2x minus 7. Good job, everyone. Any questions there? Okay, so as we get down to the bottom of this page, you'll see we're going to do a little bit of review with the simplifying of the exponents as we prepare for the next day. And then down here, we have 6 more problems, but these ones change to where we're given the slope, and in number 10, we're given the y-intercept, and then again, 11 and 12, we don't have to do the change in y over change of x because we're given the slope, but we still have to solve using that ordered pair. Okay?